What is going on, everyone? So today I made $1,900 and yesterday I made $2,100. So we are going over the trades that I took and why I took them. So I just did my daily bias like normal, and I marked out my daily 4 hour, 1 hour, and my liquidities and whatever. And this was a 1 hour inverse fair value gap before market open, so that is why I was bearish today. So let's pull up the Discord real quick. So I said good morning. As of right now, leaning more bullish. We're in a daily fair value gap. We disrespected a recent 1 hour fair value gap, and we are in a discounted equilibrium zone. So but we also did hit the 4 hour and 1 hour bearish fair value gap, so watch price carefully. I'll be looking for buys. And here was earlier before market open. So we were in a 4 hour, 1 hour fair value gap that was being respected, but price also did disrespect this bearish fair value gap and turned it into an inverse. So I was like, okay, price is probably looking to go up, since we also had a market structure shift, and this was a fair value gap on ES as well. I didn't have to wait long. We were already in a 15-minute fair value gap as soon as market open. And I was seeing that price was respecting it. So it was also a 5-minute. Waited until market open, and we saw this. We saw price start going down, sweep liquidity, and start respecting this 15 and 5-minute fair value gap. So I dropped down to the 1 minute, and we had a immediate market structure shift, inverse fair value gap, and a breaker block, because this was a breaker block right here. So I brought out my Fibonacci retracement tool because price was still, I wasn't going to enter off this inverse fair value gap. Price was too high in like a premium zone for me, especially on the 1 minute and after the swept liquidity. So I was going to wait for a retracement, especially from how bullish this was. I was like, okay, there's got to be a retracement here somewhere. And I did not take the trade on NASDAQ. I took it on Nq, but I'm just getting to that spot. So we had our retracement area. We'll switch over to MNQ, where it's cleaner, and I set my limit order right here. So we got a breaker block. So we'll go over the confluences that we had. So we had a liquidity sweep. We had an inverse fair value gap because price disrespected this fair value gap, this bearish fair value gap. We had a fair value gap to the bullish side, so that was a confluence that we were going to enter off of. And we had a breaker block. Did I do 6? I think I did 5. Yeah, I did 5. And we just did a quick 1-to-1, aka it wasn't an exact 1-to-1. I just went to the first fair value gap right here. Oh, I knew price moved. Yeah, this take pro. That moved. I'm telling you, on my mama. And I made $600, so because it was down here. But it was a very quick trade. And did we top tick? No. But anyway, yeah, it was a very quick trade. So this was the trade I took. Yeah. I don't know why I was so low down here. Maybe it was a mishap. No, I'm pretty sure I put my, whatever. I did accidentally enter in a 1 micro before. You could see it. Yes, I did enter on a micro, and I lost $30 on all accounts. It was like $34. And so let's mark out real quick. So we had a daily imbalance, right? So we go over to the 4 hour. We start marking out our confluences. So we had a 4 hour fair value gap right here. We were in a premium zone. I apologize. We were in a discounted zone. So that's why I was also looking for buys, and I didn't know if you were going to respect this 4 hour fair value gap or not. Everybody on so let's go over to price open. Now that we have everything marked out, so we have our bias aligned. So we're looking for buys today because we're respecting a 4 hour and 1 hour. And this was Wednesday, or I apologize. This was Thursday, September 25th, 2025. So we are looking for buys. We need to see this fair value gap, this 15-minute get disrespected for our confirmation to be fulfilled. And then I'd be looking for a trade or this 5-minute. So we wait for price to open. And then we completely dump. So price just dumps, disrespects this 1 hour and 4 hour fair value gap, as you can see. But the thing was that we had this gap from the other week from news. So price started pushing up. I just thought you would retrace up until a fair value gap. I didn't think we were going to reach this fair value gap, to be honest, but we did, you know, brother. So this was a very patient trade, you know. So price starts retracing. What is going on? Oh. So price starts retracing all the way up, and you know, technically I should have flipped my bias because it's obviously very freaking bullish, but we retraced to this 1 hour fair value gap right here, and we had a 5-minute fair value gap while here. Oops, well, we also had a 15, but whatever. Oh, let me fix that. Here we go. Yes, sir. So we had a 15-minute fair value gap. Then we also had a 5-minute fair value gap. So I was waiting for price to retrace to this area before I even looked at entering in, bruh. And price finally reached here. Oh, there we go. So we got to that area, and that's when we dropped down to our entry model. And so I'm waiting for, you know, our 3 confluences, our stack confluences. It doesn't matter what confluence it is. It just has to be a stack confluence. So we had, boom, order block right there. So we had a liquidity sweep, then a displacement candle. So that's an order block. Then what else do we have? We had an inverse fair value gap and could have entered off that if you're very cocky, but that's only 2 confluences. So I'm waiting for the next candle, which is a fair value gap. That's our 3rd confluence. Oops, wrong thing. That's our 3rd confluence, so we need a confirmation, boy. It doesn't matter if we had a market structure shift at all. What matters is as long as we have a retracement to our equilibrium retracement tool, or Fibonacci retracement tool, sorry. So I went off the 50%, put my risk to these highs, and I targeted the 5-minute fair value gap, which was right here. And I thought I was going to get stopped out on this one. I'm not going to cap. Give me a second. I want a better entry on I was already in this trade, by the way. I'm just doing this to get a better entry. And so oh, there we go. That's freaking perfect, dude. So we got 1 contract on all accounts, and then we made a $700 something win, boy. Also, I did not go. What the frick, dude? What the fluff? I did not go exactly to the fair value gap. BT dubs. I went a little bit low just in case, because you know how NASDAQ and ES are. Sometimes one hits the fair value gap and one's really close. So anyway, so my drawdown was like at 300. I thought I was going to get stopped out, so I just turned off my phone, continued with my day, and then price just goes and tanks, hits that 5-minute fair value gap perfectly, and then continues going to the upside, I believe. Yes. I said we disrespected, had a retrace, looking for an entry. Big day, 700 on all 6 accounts, 3 evals and 3 funded. Nice little $2,100 on the day. So I do have 3 Apex accounts, which are my evals, and I only got them because I've never used them before, and they're super cheap, and I hear a lot of people use them, but also I hear there's some problems with the payout, so a little nervous on that. And the 3 funded are with Top Step. I'm trying to get out of Top Step. I'm looking at Alpha Futures. I heard that's really good, so if you guys know, that would be nice, and to let me know in the comments if you like it and how many how many evals you could get. So I'm not too sure about that, but here's the trade. So we got in off that retracement on equilibrium, set our stop loss up here at the highs, and our take profit at the 5-minute fair value gap. And our confluences were once again order block. We had a liquidity sweep, then a displacement candle, then we had a fair value gap and equilibrium. So that's 4 confluences right there. We had the Fibonacci retracement as our entry, and we targeted the 5-minute fair value gap, which was a beautiful trade. My prop firms, I've been raising prop firms. I'm trying to grow more prop firms, so it's been pretty cool, but it's also a little it does mess with my noggin a little bit because I've never risked so much. You know, I'm not used to that much money, or seeing that much money on the charts, if that makes sense. Not on the charts, but in total. It'll be really cool when I get a payout for all 6 accounts. That'll be freaking sick, but not ready for that. I've only been going to 1 to 2 prop firms at a time because I really don't need it, you know, and, you know, greed is very blinding. So that's exactly why I haven't raised my risk for a long time. It's been 9 months on 1 to 2 prop firms. So it's about time. I feel like if I really want to help show people how to do this, no one's going to believe me unless I, can make big money, I guess. I think that's how it works now. So try my best. I make a lot of my money in construction, so it's kind of difficult trying to manage both. Maybe I should quit construction. I don't know. Construction makes a lot of money. Sorry, I was just talking about greed. But yeah, man. Anyway, so thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like this video, I have multiple videos just like this. If you are beginning to if you are a beginner to trading, then I do have a trade workshop where I'm trying to teach you the best I can on how I trade and like what the basics are that you need to trade. So click one of these related videos. It's either here or over here. I'm trying to give you guys some good information out here, some free information, teaching you guys how to trade. I might explain it weird, but that's the best I can explain it to you. I'm gonna continue growing on how to teach you guys how to trade. But thank you guys so much. I love you guys so much. God bless you. I hope you guys have a blessed weekend. I'm gonna try to get another video out by Sunday, so that'd be very difficult. But anyway, if you guys need extra help, I do have a Discord. Just join in. I have a community tab. Send in your trades. You could talk to other people. If you guys do want the paid one, then I'll be telling you on how I'm trading. Just teaching you what I'm doing and then showing you what I'm doing at the time, like I just showed you on the Discord. That is the paid Discord. I don't care too much if you get it or not. Do you? I think you guys could do it all by yourself. That's what I did. It did take me 2.5, 3 years. So it just matters on how fast you want it done. But anyway, I love you guys so much. Have a great day. God bless. Stay safe. Mwah.